New Yorkers, they're rude, they're crude, they don't give you any time, no one's friendly when you walk down the street. I don't get that.
No,
I don't
it's
get
not
that at
true.
all. I actually love
That's a
the
huge
people.
misconception,
It's a
yeah.
huge misconception. When we walk down the street, I love how friendly people.
For years, Drew Scott has been the face of transformation, turning rundown houses into dream homes on Property Brothers. His charm, quick wit, and genuine connection with both clients and viewers have made him a household name. Behind the smiles and the perfectly staged renovations, however, lies a story that few truly know, a story filled with struggles, personal sacrifices, and heartbreak that has shaped him both as a man and as a star. Fans often see Drew on TV, laughing, joking, and leading projects with his twin brother Jonathan. What they don't always see is the weight of expectations and the relentless pressure of fame. Growing up, Drew faced challenges that demanded resilience. His journey to stardom wasn't just about talent. It was about navigating obstacles that could have easily derailed him. Recently, news emerged that shook both fans and colleagues. Drew has faced personal tragedies that forced him to confront loss, grief, and moments of self-doubt. These experiences have not only impacted his private life, but also left a mark on his professional journey, influencing the way he approaches his career, relationships, and personal growth. This story goes beyond house renovations or TV ratings. It's about a man who has faced heartbreak head-on, the lessons he's learned, and how he continues to rise despite challenges that could have broken anyone else. Drew Scott's story begins long before the cameras of Property Brothers ever rolled. Born in Vancouver, Canada, Drew and his twin brother Jonathan grew up in a household that valued hard work, determination, and family above all else. Their parents, both immigrants, instilled in them a strong sense of perseverance, teaching the twins that success doesn't come easily and that every setback is an opportunity to grow. From a young age, Drew was not just ambitious, he was fiercely determined to make a difference, both for his family and eventually for himself. While Drew's charismatic personality and natural leadership would later make him a star on television, his early years were not without challenges. He and Jonathan were both highly competitive, constantly pushing each other to achieve more, whether in academics, sports, or extracurricular activities. This competition often fueled their drive, but also came with pressure. Drew learned early that life would demand sacrifices, and sometimes those sacrifices could feel heavy, even at a young age. One of the defining traits of Drew's youth was his ability to connect with people. Even as a teenager, he had a rare combination of charm, empathy, and wit that drew people toward him. Teachers, peers, and mentors recognized his potential, seeing a young man who could lead, inspire, and persevere in the face of challenges. Yet Drew's confidence was always tempered by humility. He knew that talent alone wasn't enough. Discipline, preparation, and hard work would be the keys to achieving his goals. After high school, Drew pursued studies in business and real estate, understanding early that his path might not be traditional. While many of his peers sought immediate financial security, Drew focused on building skills that would serve him in the long term. He began dabbling in real estate projects, flipping small properties, and learning the intricacies of the housing market. This early exposure not only prepared him for his future television career, but also taught him resilience, patience, and the importance of calculated risks. During this period, Drew also faced personal hardships that would shape his perspective on life. Family responsibilities, financial limitations, and moments of self-doubt tested him repeatedly. He recalls times when projects didn't go as planned, or when opportunities slipped through his fingers. Rather than succumb to disappointment, Drew used these setbacks as motivation, learning that perseverance and optimism could turn failures into stepping stones. By the time he and Jonathan began exploring opportunities in television, Drew had already developed the traits that would define his career: empathy for others, determination to succeed, and a resilience that allowed him to face both personal and professional challenges head-on. These formative experiences laid the groundwork for the man millions now admire, not just as a television personality, but as a figure who has navigated life's heartbreaks while staying true to himself. Drew Scott's life reveals the foundation of his resilience, a combination of family values, early struggles, and personal determination that would ultimately allow him to face heartbreaks, tragedies, and pressures that few outsiders could imagine. By the time Drew Scott and his twin brother Jonathan began pursuing television opportunities, the journey was far from easy. While most fans see the polished, confident figure on Property Brothers, the reality behind the cameras was a grind filled with rejection, uncertainty, and personal sacrifices. Before landing their breakthrough, the twins appeared in numerous auditions and small projects, each offering a glimpse of potential, but rarely leading to lasting success. Drew recalls moments of frustration where it felt like every door was closing, yet giving up was never an option. During this period, Drew also faced heartbreaks that tested his resolve. Relationships, both personal and professional, often fell apart under pressure. The demands of pursuing a high-profile career required long hours, travel, and constant networking. This lifestyle meant missing out on family events and social milestones, leaving Drew with the heavy realization that pursuing his dreams would sometimes come at a personal cost. Financial pressures added another layer of difficulty. Even as talented real estate professionals, the twins had to navigate a competitive market while juggling student loans, initial investments, and unpredictable returns from small flipping projects. Drew has mentioned in interviews how these early financial strains forced him to make tough decisions, teaching him discipline, patience, and strategic thinking, skills that would later define his career on television. Amid the struggles, Drew also faced emotional challenges that rarely made headlines. The constant rejection, coupled with high personal expectations, created moments of self-doubt. There were nights filled with anxiety about whether he would ever achieve the stability, recognition, or success he envisioned. Yet Drew's natural optimism and resilience always prevailed. He leaned on family, faith, and his bond with Jonathan to navigate these turbulent years. The twin brothers' mutual support became an anchor, reminding them that they were not alone in facing challenges. Finally, after years of perseverance, their persistence paid off. In 2006, Drew and Jonathan began developing concepts that eventually led to the creation of Property Brothers. Their ability to combine charm, construction expertise, and storytelling set them apart in a crowded industry. Yet even with this breakthrough, Drew's journey was far from over. The television industry brought its own pressures, high expectations from networks, constant public scrutiny, and the challenge of maintaining authenticity while appealing to a mass audience. Drew Scott's life highlights a crucial truth. Behind every success story lies years of struggle, heartbreak, and unrelenting effort. Drew's early career challenges, combined with personal sacrifices and emotional hardships, not only shaped him as a professional, but also strengthened his capacity to endure future tragedies that would test him even further. While Drew Scott's career was taking off with Property Brothers, life outside the cameras was far more complex than fans realized. The charm and humor he displayed on television masked personal struggles and heartbreaking moments that tested him in ways the spotlight could never reach. Fame brought opportunities, but it also intensified pressures, expectations, and the emotional toll of constantly performing under scrutiny. One of the earliest and most profound challenges Drew faced involved the health of his family. Growing up in a tight-knit household, Drew had always leaned on his parents for support, guidance, and stability. Yet, as adulthood approached, he faced the stark reality that nothing in life is permanent. Illnesses and family struggles forced him to confront fears and responsibilities that were difficult to navigate while simultaneously building a demanding career. The experience instilled in Drew a deep sense of empathy and an understanding that personal well-being and family support were more valuable than any career milestone. Beyond family challenges, Drew also endured the emotional strain of relationships impacted by his rising fame. The long hours on set, travel schedules, and public visibility made it difficult to maintain personal connections. There were moments of heartbreak when relationships faltered due to circumstances beyond his control, leaving Drew to wrestle with guilt, regret, and a sense of isolation despite his public success. These experiences, though painful, shaped his character, teaching him patience, resilience, and the importance of staying true to himself. In addition, Drew faced professional pressures that contributed to emotional strain. As Property Brothers became a global phenomenon, the responsibility of maintaining high standards in both construction projects and entertainment content weighed heavily on him. Every episode required meticulous planning, flawless execution, and the ability to connect authentically with homeowners. Any misstep could lead to public scrutiny or criticism, adding to the invisible weight Drew carried. Despite these trials, Drew's response to adversity became a defining feature of his identity. He sought solace in faith, family, and his twin brother Jonathan, whose unwavering support provided an anchor during turbulence. The cameras offered him brief reprieves, allowing him to process grief and maintain perspective. Each personal tragedy, while heartbreaking, also reinforced the resilience that would carry him through future challenges. Drew Scott's life reminds us that even the most charismatic and successful individuals are not immune to heartbreak. Behind the polished exterior seen on television lies a human being grappling with loss, responsibilities, and the weight of expectations. Drew's journey through personal tragedies, emotional strain, and unseen struggles is a testament to his courage and perseverance, laying the foundation for the life lessons he continues to share with millions of fans worldwide. As Drew Scott continued to grow in fame and influence, recent news has cast a shadow over his otherwise triumphant career. Fans who have followed Property Brothers for years were shocked to learn about the personal and professional challenges he has faced behind the scenes, tragedies that have deeply affected him and those closest to him. While the show has always celebrated transformation and optimism, Drew's real life reminds us that even those who inspire millions are not immune to heartbreak. One of the most devastating events in recent years involved the health of someone very close to Drew. Family members, mentors, and longtime friends faced serious illnesses that required Drew's attention, care, and emotional support. Balancing these responsibilities with his demanding career proved immensely difficult, testing his resilience in ways few could imagine. The emotional weight of these situations has taken a toll, revealing a side of Drew rarely visible on screen, a man grappling with fear, uncertainty, and grief while still maintaining the positivity and humor fans have come to love. Beyond personal challenges, Drew has also had to navigate professional pressures intensified by public scrutiny. As social media amplifies every misstep and commentary, the weight of expectation has grown heavier. Projects that once seemed routine now carry additional layers of responsibility, from ensuring flawless renovations to maintaining the family-friendly, inspirational image that defines the Property Brothers brand. For Drew, each decision must be carefully measured, not just for the sake of the show, but also for the well-being of those involved and the millions of fans who look up to him. Despite these hardships, Drew's resilience remains unwavering. He has turned personal tragedy into lessons in strength, empathy, and determination. His marriage to Linda Fan has provided a source of love, stability, and grounding, helping him navigate life's turbulence while keeping a sense of hope and humor intact. Friends and colleagues often remark on Drew's ability to remain composed and compassionate, even in the face of adversity, a testament to the values instilled in him from a young age. Moreover, Drew continues to use his platform for positivity and inspiration. Beyond renovating homes, he advocates for mental health awareness, community support, and the importance of family bonds. He openly shares lessons learned from personal loss and challenges, offering encouragement to fans who may be facing their own struggles. In doing so, Drew reminds the world that strength is not the absence of heartbreak, but the ability to keep moving forward with courage and integrity. As the story of Drew Scott unfolds, it is clear that his journey has been marked by both triumphs and trials. The heartbreaks he has endured have not diminished his spirit, they have deepened it. For fans, colleagues, and aspiring creators, Drew's life stands as a powerful reminder that perseverance, empathy, and resilience are as important as talent and success. Despite the recent tragedies and ongoing challenges, Drew Scott's legacy continues to grow, not just as a television star, but as a man who faces life's hardships with unwavering courage and heart.